That's a nice watch.
I need a battery for this one too. So I need battery.
Yeah,
Let's see about the log on, bro. Go ahead.
constant communication. Yeah.
Yo, Gina on here though. Like Gina, yeah, Gina. I saw you logged on, Gina. I saw you log on.
Just trifling.
Right, I saw her log on. But yeah, man, quick scope, man. Y'all know how I be. Quick scope. I'm at work, man. We got a special guest on here, man. We got some special guests in town, man. But y'all know how I do, man. I like just, giving y'all a little bit of something. But yeah, I told you I was gonna start the series, man, with having guests on, and God is good. I told you I was gonna do some series, man. We got royalty. We got royalty.
Chill out, bro.
Yeah, man. No, but we got good people, so man, all of this cheap, man. They like dope people, amazing man and woman of God, man. But they just really good people. Glad they're in town. How much longer they here for? I think they about to roll out though, Gina. We still in the mall though, but they about to roll out in a little bit. But yeah, man, got my bro David, his lady Steph. So we about to just talk to them real quick, man. David Fashon, I know y'all follow his scopes, man. He be having some dope scopes, man. So just wanna, you been slacking? Yeah, he was back on it. Yeah, man, but I'm just gonna ask him a few questions real quick, man. If y'all don't know, with David and Steph, long distance, like long. Matter of fact, long distance is the word. That's sugarcoating long distance.
Yes.
But yeah,
We ain't talking about no hour away,
right
across town.
Steph,
We're talking about states.
Yeah, Steph is in Connecticut and David's in North Carolina, man. And they met on our way. I told y'all we have a group. No Singles Left Behind off of where we get off, Periscope and stuff like that. Stop being ratchet. But yeah, man, so they met on the group, God did the work in David's life. He's very transparent and open about it, how, God brought them together. So they just going, talk a little bit. I'm going to ask them, cause like the long distance, that's not easy. A lot of people can't do long distance, man, but you never know. You could be blocking somebody that God might have for you that could be out of state. You never know. So I'm just going to ask them a few questions, to kind of give a little bit of insight on what they done and what they're doing, to keep everything going. What's the success they've been having so far being long distance,
Her pants are falling.
Yeah, we did, man. We did with lost children and everything. But yeah, I'm just going to ask them, just a couple questions. They're just going to share a little bit, on how, they made the long distance thing work, Y'all on.
All right, so a lot of communication, consistent communication. We chat at least like every day, but we chat several hours. I am fortunate enough to be able to talk to him on the phone. We don't do FaceTime, but we do Evo, we do IMO, we do WhatsApp, anywhere we can contact. We text. We do Facebook. We got a message through Facebook. We go through there. We talk all the time. We keep a constant open communication about anything. Even if we're if I'm eating dinner, I'll be on the phone with David. So we do it everything because we know that we're long distance and distance can separate us, but we try to keep the communication open.
Pretty much. That's the biggest thing because, we try to create that experience that, we're still close with each other for communicating and using different outlets like Steph said, a lot of times we have to kind of just, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I hated long distance relationships.
Yes,
I can't tell you how many times we got into arguments about long distance relationships, but, a lot of times,
Somebody said, how long y'all two been dating?
Wow, 7-8 months now.
Yeah, 7-8 months, y'all. 7-8 months.
7-8 months, and he's already come up at least 4 times.
It's been about 6 now.
And he drove, y'all.
He drove 9 hours to come see me.
So
When we met the first time, he drove 9 hours with his mother.
Through a blizzard.
Oh yeah, the first time. Yeah, that's right. It was through the blizzard, man. The real MVP right there, man. That's real.
So that was open right there.
It's about, at the end of the day, it's about making a choice. It's just something either you want to do it or you don't. So one of the things that really challenged me is that when me and Steph first started dating, she was talking about coming to see me and everything, and I was like, all right, cool. I was
open. I love to travel, so I was open to come see him first.
But my
mom shut it down. My mom said if he wants you, he has to come.
Yeah.
He has to come see you. She was like, I would prefer. And for once, I listened to my mom, and I'm happy that I did.
That's what's up.
And she came with me to meet David the first time, and his mom was there. We met in the hotel lobby with both our mothers there, and they gave their approval that day, and we've been... the rest is history, I guess you could say.
We've been rocking. We've had our ups and downs, and that's one of the things about the long distance. like, if you're not careful and if you're not like really, I would say, have a sense of some kind of discernment, you're gonna like get in your feelings and then just go way left, because there's been times where we've had a lot of disagreements, arguments, even over some of the smallest things, and you know, like the distance makes it that much easier to walk away.
Yes, it does. You can easily be like, I don't have to see you tomorrow. I can just hang up and never pick up again.
Exactly. And Steph, she the type of person, you know, she break up with me at least like 3-4 times a week. You know, we break up at least like, I don't know how many times a month.
It's not a real breakup. We call them. It's not a real breakup.
Y'all petty moments. Y'all petty moments.
Like, I'm not talking to you right now, which means we broke up, which isn't really a breakup.
Right.
Yeah, but other than that, it's been cool. You know, I've driven up to go see her.
Flew down. Yeah, came down a few times.
Matter of fact, I just met her. We met in Philly for a wedding. She came from Connecticut. I drove up from North Carolina, and we met in Philly for the wedding. Then we're heading back to North Carolina. You know, it's really about making that time for each other too, because a lot of people, they get in long distance relationships and they don't really like, all right, we're gonna set the time to go see each other. We're gonna set the time to visit.
You have to set up that schedule.
Yeah, you gotta do it. You know, and she wasn't really down with it in the beginning. She's not gonna say that, but you know,
I was did like, it though. Yeah, I stopped taking vacations just so I could see him. He is not my vacation. But what's key is we do pray on the phone together. We read the Bible. He's been teaching me a lot, even just through the phone. We'll talk. If we go to our own personal church services, we make sure that we come back and give a summary and a recap. So we make sure that God is in the midst of it. Yeah. Even when I say I'm not talking no more, it just means I'm going to go talk to God about it and I get back to him. So it's been good with that so far.
Yeah, she been rocking with me. She been holding me down.
That's what's up.
You know, that's really what it is. You know, it's really about making the choice to do it. Because at the end of the day, any relationship, you know, whether you're married or whether you're dating or you're courting, we're courting right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's one of the things about it. It's about making that choice and making that commitment to that choice. So, you know, we just continue to make that commitment every day with the, with the commitment just being there, you know. One of the biggest aspects of it is just, like I said, it's making a choice to do it because it's hard, you know. And one of the things that we look forward to is the better things on the other side, because we've had our hard moments, like even just recently. You mind if I say something?
No, go ahead.
Somebody asked a quick question though. Somebody said courting versus dating, question mark. So I guess somebody asked, like, what's the difference? Like courting and dating, like, what's the difference, you know?
All right, here's the thing. Here's my thing of courting versus dating. You know, dating, a lot of times you're still trying to figure somebody out, see if you want to, like, if you're filling them out so you can potentially see if you're going to be with them, you know, because at the dating level, there's some commitment, but there's not really, like, a full level of commitment because you're still living your own separate lives. You know, courtship is where...
Dating can be fun. Dating is just like, hey, I just want to hang out with somebody, go out with somebody. Somebody can take me out on dates. But courting is like, we're striving for more. I want something really permanent.
We're striving for marriage at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's courting for marriage.
You know, we're trying to come together to prepare for marriage, and that's what courting is about. So... that's what it is for us.
And we have chaperones. Even when I'm going to buy his place and stuff, like his mom is our chaperone. Like even in the midst of this, we make sure that we are keeping it as holy as we can. Seriously, sanctified and holy and everything. So
Hallelujah.
We still have that. So even I'm going down to visit, trust me, like his mom is our chaperone. So we try to keep it that way. Which is why it's courting. If it was dating, it wouldn't be none of this. But courting, we're making sure that, you know, we're staying on. None of that. None of that.
So what about, I know with certain things, you know, y'all posted photos on social media and stuff like that. So how would y'all say keeping people out y'all business? Do y'all feel that's a big factor with, you know, keeping everything going with your relationship?
All right. Now, with the business thing.
Yeah.
I had to talk to him about that because sometimes he posts a couple of things. I'm like, look, this is our relationship. It's not his relationship or my relationship. And we want to protect it still because when we put things out there, even though we want to be an influence and, you know, kind of be open for people to speak to us, we also don't want people to separate us by making assumptions about what our relationship is. So I always tell him, like, before we try to post anything about that deals with us, and even for our own person, we really need to make sure we're seeking God first. So God could say, because God has, you know, I mean, sometimes I text something in the group and then I'll be like, should I do that, God? And then like I'll talk to him, and then he'll tell me no, and then you'll see it deleted immediately if you haven't noticed that.
Vice versa. And here's the thing I had to learn. I'm a like Derek said, I'm a transparent dude. You know, like anything you want to know about me, I'm not afraid to tell it. So that's one of the things that kind of me and her, we kind of had a little bit of an issue on, because I'm that transparent, you know, and I'm about, you know, wanting to help people and wanting to encourage other people. So I don't mind sharing my struggles and my stories to, you know, help somebody get through. But then I had to realize, okay, all right, it's not about me at this point. You know, it's about us, and that's what we've been getting through. You know, like really kind of getting to that point where we're on one accord at the end of the day. And you know, we make decisions together. You know, we seek each other and each other's counsel before we make decisions. That's like one of the biggest things. And let me just say this, communication is very, very key in any relationship. And I'm learning because I always thought communication was like, okay, just talking about certain things, and you know, I was doing more talking rather than more listening. So one of the biggest aspects of our relationship is, you know, like the biggest thing that keeps us afloat is communication. And you know, at the end of the day, it's big in any relationship, like I said. So we have to learn how to communicate, and we have to learn how to understand each other while we're communicating too.
Listening.
Because that's not one of my biggest areas. I'm just saying. But you know, I'm working on it. So.
And it's about being open to change and grow. If you don't want to grow, then you're not ready to be in a relationship with anyone.
There you go.
Because you may be like, oh, they're trying to change me. No, they're trying to grow you.
That's what's
okay?
up.
And to be grown even as a Christian, you know, God needs to be able to cultivate you. If you're not unwilling to move in just your spiritual life, you're definitely not going to be willing to move in any type of relationship God wants to put you in, whether it is a teacher to a student, whether it's, you know, male to female in a relationship, courting. You need to be able to be open to receive that change and the criticism. It's not always going to be happy days. It's not always going to be great, fun, and loving and everything like that. But in those bad moments, you have to understand it's a process, and you're going to learn in that moment as well.
No, that was real right there. That's the
true story.
That's
the truth, because Lord knows I've been having some growing pains. Like, when I tell you I've been stretched, this woman stretches me, y'all. And I ain't talking about it. It's not comfortable either. But a lot of times, I'm going to be honest, it helps me to see myself, too. And that's one thing that, you know, a lot of guys need to get into the understanding of, that, you know, you got to put your ego aside, because, you know, I have, like, my ego sometimes can just be like,
got a big ego.
That's what's up, though. And everybody, man, if y'all just logging on, man, this is David and Steph, man. Good people, good friends of mine. They just sharing a little bit about that relationship, man. Long distance, man. So watch the replay. They shared a little bit about that long distance. Steph is in Connecticut. David is in North Carolina, man, and they're making it work. They shared a little bit in the beginning on how, you know, they make it work, communication, little things they do to make it work, man. Like, you could be missing out on a blessing, man, by staying in the box, you know. So just check out the replay, you know. Another quick question. For those that know, David, once again, he's very transparent, man. David was married, you know. So David was married. He was divorced. So David, can you just share a little bit about the healing process for somebody? Because a long-term relationship and a marriage, you really can't put them in the same category, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess just for speaking on the healing concept, how can you speak to somebody that kind of has a hard time trusting again? 'Cause I know that was, you know, a little bit of a work in progress with Steph. So how can you, you know, kind of help somebody that understanding the healing process where you could trust again and be open to loving again?
The key thing is, like I said, it goes back to making a choice. I had to make the choice to be vulnerable, and that's one of the things that started my healing process. And most importantly, facing it. I had to kind of face a lot of the things that I was afraid of, especially with us having this long distance relationship, because the thing about just our long distance is that it magnified a lot of the things that I was afraid about. So, you know, I was upfront with stuff from the very beginning. I told her, hey, this is what I've been through, I've been hurt. You know, Lord knows we've tussled about it too. Like, I'll tell you, you know, she's been a trooper, you know, because I'm gonna be honest, I've pushed her away more times than like actually keeping her close to me, but you know, but
somebody said, how does Steph feel about being with somebody that was married before?
All right, the key one. I did not want that at all. But let me tell you what I've noticed with God. God will push you to your limit. He knows what you can deal with. Now, before, I've never dated anyone that was previously married or anything, and that was always on my heck no list. Like, I won't talk to anybody. You divorced? No, you've been married before? No. Had kids? No. All of that. But with this has taught me so much, because there's a lot of benefits. Because he has previously been, someone's husband, he's able to teach me stuff about marriage that I didn't know. So he has pushed me and let me know, like, look, in the beginning, I was kind of like, look, I could do me, do whatever, still have fun. And he said, well, when you get into, a marriage, it's going to be amplified so much that you have to do this together. So from early on in the relationship, he made that very clear, and that changed me, and it opened up my eyes. And God let me know, you've been praying about a husband. You say you want a husband. Now that I brought him to you, you're rejecting it already, just off of one little past thing. So God had to let me know. And then, because in the beginning, he tried to come see me a whole month earlier, and I told him no. I was like, no, you don't gotta come, and God let me know, look, I could easily just pull the plug on this and take this away. And I was like, Lord, forgive me, let me keep them, and I have no problems. I can't say it isn't tough at times, because sometimes I'm like, oh, it's gonna be my first wedding and all this stuff, but you know what, it comes with its pros and its cons, and I don't let those cons make me defeated. I definitely don't. Everything's a process, so it has its benefits.
And one of the things that's important too is, I've encouraged her, like, I'm just be honest. My first marriage, it was not really of God, to tell you the truth. Like, my first marriage, like, I didn't seek God about it. Now, let me tell you this. It's God telling you not to do something, man. He sends you someone from 3,000 miles away. If you ain't talked to him, God knows how long. And I'm telling you, the night that I proposed to my ex-wife, I got a phone call from a friend in California. She told me I had a dream. And the Lord told me to tell you that is not your wife. And I didn't even post anything on social media.
Didn't listen.
I rarely even posted anything about the relationship on social media.
God sent him the warning, y'all. He ain't take it. He did not heed it.
But a lot of the things that I learned from it, they prepared me for what I have with Steph too, because if I didn't have that experience, like, I probably would have went into something new with her with the same mindset that I had.
That's true.
It made me mature a lot more, and it actually forced me into my manhood too. So even though she be trying to throw me under the bus, I still love
him. I do. It's in love, I tell you.
That's a thought. Man, that was good. Y'all need to send that love gift to them, man. Shoot. That was good, man. But yeah, man, if y'all can, please share this, man. This is really some dope information. Just especially the long distance, man. You got people in the same city. That live like 30 minutes away that can't make it work. And they making it work, man. 9-hour drive, man. It's about making your intentions known, and it's about your efforts.
It's intentional.
Like, this man drove 9 hours. Like, come on, man.
9 hours.
We got to step a game up. But that's what's up, though. And I'm ecstatic for him, man. I've been seeing him grow individually and together. So it's a blessing, man. And God is good. So, but yeah, please share this, man, if you can, with your friends. Thank you for the hearts as well. But like I said, I'm going to continue with the series, man. But like I said, this is just a little something, man. They came in town. Like I said, God is good, man. Cause I told y'all I was going to try to get with some people, and he delivered, man. So God is good, man. So like I said, man, this brother and sis, man.
Won't he do it?
Good people, man. Good people.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, praise break. My God. Yes, praise break. Get it. Get it.
With the sandals.
All right, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day, man.